Good morning, everybody. Whether you're on the East Coast, West Coast, or around the world, this is Coast to Coast. Got Bobby G in the house. What's happening, brother?
Yeah, what's up, man? There's a lot of craziness this weekend. What is going on with people in general?
Man, I don't know if we got a long enough show for that. Like, what's going on with people? Woo.
People they just can't get right.
Yeah, I think we're getting farther from getting right.
What up?
And welcome everybody to the chat.
What up?
Good to see y'all this morning. I got to kick this off with some happy news. The Storm get a dub. Let's go.
Oh,
Seventh one of the season. They're already out of the playoffs, but still playing with a lot of heart. And in the post-game presser, they're like, hey, if we can wreck some other seasons, that's what we're gonna do, right? So they're out there playing spoiler, and they handed Chicago a loss. But there were some things in there that you actually had to like, and they got away from a couple of the things they do, and then they exemplified one of the things that they've struggled with. They had no problem committing fouls. Jade fouls out. I think we had one other foul out. So I fired Billy. Good job. I like it. And yeah, the people thing, definitely loaded question. But they did a lot of taking advantage of turnovers, getting 22 points off turnovers in transition, which is huge. Dom goes out and has a double-double, which, we're just kind of used to seeing at this point. But they were right there with them on the boards, which is something they've struggled with all year. So it was good to see them on the boards, good to see them getting steals. And, obviously the fouls are just, I don't know why we can't not foul people constantly, but here we are. Without all that to say, they get a dub last night, and that's just a huge just a morale booster for the team, right? You're on a 10-11 game losing streak, and shout out to the fans, though. They have not let up at all. We had every deck full last night for this game. So despite the fact that they're already out of the playoffs, the games have still been exciting, even if they've ended up on the wrong side, and everybody's still showed up. So shout out to the Storm fans. Y'all are still out there killing it.
How do you get from 2020, you guys win the chip?
Yep.
How do we get here, and how do we turn it back around?
Well, so they're turning it back around. So this is an incredibly young team, right? So you're a first-year coach, okay? And then you have Pham as a rookie, Flage's a rookie, Dom's a second year, Ezzy's been hurt most of the year. And then you haven't really figured out who you are going to have moving forward at point guard, because T, as great as she is, the ball stops with her a lot, right? Like she's not a great facilitator all the time. And then Jade, Jade is funny because she just gets in foul trouble all the time. Like she fouled out of last night's game. If she has 3 fouls before halftime, you're not shocked by that. You're just like, oh yeah, no, that seems right. There's plenty of times she'll have 3 or 4 fouls by halftime, and you're just like, man, like that's tough. So they haven't really had that leadership at the point guard position to be a good distributor, but there's good pieces on this team. And so when you're looking at the games that they've lost, they are, I want to say they're like 1-15 in clutch games, which means within 5 points, right? Within 2 possessions. So you're coming up just on the wrong side of these things. So if you had someone that was a little bit better facilitator, and you could limit some of these mental mistakes, which are turnovers and fouls, and I mean, you're winning these games, right? So now they didn't, but you can see where they can. And just about every loss, you can look at one specific quarter where everything has fallen off the rails. So as you start to move into year 2 with a lot of these players, those things will get better. I mean, Flage's been balling out anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
Dom obviously killing it. Awa is, she's coming along, but she was late arrival to the team, and then her minutes have kind of fluctuated all over the place. So, but I'm not mad at where they're at. You are an off season from grabbing a veteran point guard and maybe a 3, depending on if they re-sign like a Horston or something like that. So if they don't do some of those, if they go grab a couple veterans, and then they're going to end up with a top 5 pick, right? So in this lottery, best case scenario, you get the 1. Maybe you go get Juju. If you end up with 2 or 3, probably end up with like Hidalgo, which again, point guard that can help. If you end up with down at 5, then you start looking at, do you maybe trade 5 for a veteran point guard that can run this team, kind of thing. Yeah. So, but no, I'm not mad at where they are. They're in those building blocks because they wiped the entire roster out.
Okay.
Now you guys get a team.
Yeah. Now I got 2 teams.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So how does the loyalties lie there?
It's Vegas first.
Okay.
Because
they're winning.
It's not even that. Like I'm really trying to like. I was around for the Rockers.
Yeah.
But it'd be Vegas first because it was so long without it. Like I left Cleveland pretty much during their infancy, and
I got you.
By the time I got back, they were already gone. So
we'll get to
Vegas.
this. Nick.
Oh yeah, it'd be Vegas, and then I'll obviously support the Sirens. I like the name. I'm actually shout out to I forget his name every time, but thank you to the man who bought up all the defunct WNBA names. I appreciate you because I'm so glad they didn't bring back the Rockers. I like to start fresh with things. I mean, some things like I would love to see the Houston Comets, but I never liked the Rockers.
Well, so. I mean, the Comets, there was history there, right? Like they won 4 championships, and so I mean, like you would want to bring that back.
Yeah, I never liked the Rockers, so I appreciate you for being a dip during negotiations.
Welcome to a radio show.
Yeah, and and moving on, from the Rocker name. So
yeah,
that was a pretty smart move by that guy.
No, I mean it is
team of guys because I think they were actually going to try and start their own league. It just didn't work out for whatever reason.
I mean, anytime you can do that, it's a smart move anyway. Because if there is anybody in the front office that wants the history, then they'll pay you like straight up. As long as the number isn't ridiculous. But you're like, I want $100 million. To be like, yeah, I bet you do. Like, me too, man. So yeah, no, I can appreciate when people do that. I can also appreciate when the teams are like, nah, it's cool.
Hey, shoot higher, man. You gotta shoot higher when you do smart stuff like that. Yeah, shoot. You know what? I'll take 1% ownership. How about that?
Yeah.
No, just 1%.
Yeah. I want 1% tickets, and I'll never say anything.
There you go. Give me a box.
A
yeah, exactly. Give me a suite. I'm good.
Yeah, I'd do that. And now that you're seeing these valuations go up to $1 billion, 1% doesn't sound terrible.
Yeah. 10 years from now when they sell it. Oh yeah.
Yeah, for 10 billion.
Or let's
won't escalate quite that
WNBA
fast.
Franchises going for 3.
No, so the highest valuation right now is the Valkyries at 1.
Mm.
So still
I'll take it.
Right? 1% of 1 billion. Yes, please. Like,
Yeah. Thank you.
My studio would look wildly different. So we gotta chat some NFL because, well, you are in the house and your team just can't not have quarterback drama.
It is not the team. It is people with microphones who act like they are untrained media. That's what it is. Like they're supposed to be the professional. We're supposed to be the untrained guys.
That does make me mad a lot. I mean, this guy's question the way he worded it isn't great, but the question isn't wrong. It was a clarifying question. So now he probably should have worded it a little bit different, but no, I'm with you, especially because some of these things as a independent guy are tough to get credentials for. And then I listen to some of the questions that come out of credentialed people. And I'm just like, you like, I can't have credentials. Like, what are we doing right now? The one that always sticks out in my mind is the one from the Super Bowl. Is this a must-win game? Is there a more must-win game than the Super Bowl? So, I mean, and anytime I get that letter of no, which I'm fine with. Nobody knows who I am, right? I'm small in the media world. It's fine.
There you go.
But then at the same time, I mean, overcoming no's is just part of the thing, right? You just keep going. But then you see things like that, and you're just like, really? That's what we're doing? Like, so that being said, here is the question on if Deshaun is better or not.
Mention that Deshaun's is better.
Hold on. What was that?
So that's what I'm asking. Were you saying,
I said Deshaun's better.
Were you saying that he's gotten better since camp, or that he's better than Shador? I want to make sure.
I don't think I threw in there that he's better than Shador. I'm not sure I went that far, but I appreciate you trying to trap me in that shit.
No, I'm not.
I would just say in general that they've all gotten better, and you've seen it. You guys are out there. You don't see the tape. That doesn't mean you see it, right? Did we look better? Yes. Were there a lot of reasons for that? Yes. Installs. Some banged up defensive players, right? That helps that. You're gonna be able to function better, right? You just are. Our operation was better. Our cadence was better. For the ones we jumped off sides, we got the defense to jump, which is part of it. Those are all little pieces that you just keep trying to stack. And I thought both played really well. I mean, after the first series that Deshaun went, Shador went in there and ripped the 3 or 4 throws and was confident, had a good base underneath him, got the ball out. Like it was fun to watch, irrespective of the defense, just the decision making. And so, no, I wasn't saying he's better. Each of them are better at certain things than the other. That's just the way it is. All players have certain skill sets that they do, and they're all trying to maximize their strengths and minimize their weaknesses. That's what we're trying to do with every player.
I mean, he did a good job tap dancing the actual question, but at the same time, the question was asked in kind of a goofy way.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. What was the question? Like, assert, calm down, take a breath, and come back and ask the question.
For everybody watching, it can be a little nerve-wracking in a press conference because you're only going to get one, right? You only get one shot at it. Yeah. And unless you're first, there's a lot of times you have to rework whatever question because somebody else asked a question that touches on what you were trying to ask. So then you have to come at it a different way. So when it's something like that, where, he's kind of fumbling over his question, it makes me think that there was a question before him. I didn't see the whole press conference.
Right.
I don't have that kind of time to watch every press conference of every team. But it makes me think that maybe there was something in front of him that made him have to change his question, or maybe he's that guy. I don't know. I'm not familiar with the Cleveland beat writers, but that being said, you're not wrong. Yeah, like he should have asked that in a different way.
Yeah, it's the it's this click generation, right? Also, you want to ask the question that gets the response that gets
Sure.
the most
Yeah.
clicks, and it's so exhausting as a fan. I couldn't even imagine as a coach or a player. And I mean,
Well, fortunately for them, it's 10 minutes tops, right? Like they got the clock on the wall that they're just like, and thanks, coach. And they get him out the building. So, I mean, it can't be that exhausting because, for 10 minutes, you're going to get that question. Like you're walking into that presser knowing that question is going to be there every day, right?
but see, and but it's not the 10 minutes. And I'm gonna use an example, staying with Cleveland, of something else that also happened. I believe it was yesterday, where Denzel Boston, our rookie wide receiver, you may be familiar in the University of Washington.
Yeah.
They're talking to him and they ask, hey, what's been the toughest part of training camp? And he's like, you know what? The meetings. Like we had these meetings,
Sure.
different from college, they're longer, and it goes through a spill. Todd Monken comes up and hey, Denzel Boston says meetings are too long. So what's it? And
Oh,
and Todd Monken's like, what did he say? So now that I don't think he's gonna
just starting
he's gonna be a
problems.
doghouse. But yeah, I'm sure there'll be some friendly banter. Denzel goes out and drops a pass. Monken will be like, hey, well, this is why the meetings are long. Drop back.
In fact, an extra meeting for you.
Right. So it's like, it's like when this reporter asked that, now somebody who was here is going to be in the locker room. Hey, Shador, coach said Deshaun's better than you, and it's going to linger and it's going to go through, and who knows how long does it take before it gets cleaned up in house. So, and then you got to go home and hear about it on Twitter and Facebook and TV, and it's like, when does it actually stop? So it's beyond that 10 minutes.
You know when it stops? When you guys finally say you're our starter for week 1. That's when it stops. And then it becomes a whole different thing because you better ball out week 1. Otherwise,
exactly. Now we're talking about the 2027 draft.
Yes.
It's so, yeah.
I mean, fortunately, a lot of those conversations will start to trail off because we have actual football this week. Like it now, I say actual in the way of, yes, it's preseason, but everybody's playing, right? And so that's where it's like, okay, there's going to be enough storylines that some of these things start to get buried because you don't care anymore. With the exception of this one. This one's going to be there until you guys actually are like, hey, this is our starter for week 1.
Yes, we are the most talked about team in the NFL. And it's going to stay that way until...
I don't know about that. You are the most talked about quarterback situation in the NFL.
Which makes us, by default, the most talked about team. Because the quarterback news rules the airwaves in the NFL.
I mean, you're not wrong. Although we don't really talk a lot of Browns unless you're here.
Tell me this. When do you guys have a QB tracker?
No.
Yes, we have a national quarterback stat tracker.
Okay.
For practice. Like, what is going on here? For practice. They're tracking the throws for practices.
Not
what
a game.
Are we doing?
Practice.
Not a game. Practice. Oh, well, Deshaun went 16 of 17 today and 1 touchdown and 2 picks while Shador. But what are we doing here?
I mean, the only thing I'm ever worried about is when you're doing the non-padded practice without any pass rush and you got quarterbacks throwing picks a lot.
Yeah.
That one sticks out to me because like you can't be throwing picks when there's no defense, right? Like your guys covered, but you have all day and nobody coming. You have to complete those, or at least be an incomplete. You can't throw turnovers, and that's not, calling out the Browns. That's just in general, right? Like that's just as a quarterback, you better not be throwing a bunch of picks when there's no actual defense.
As now a sports dad, I'm actually my stance on that has actually changed slightly.
If you're 10, I get
7 on. I don't give a 7-on-7 is tough nowadays. With the way coaches are coaching zone defenses, 7-on-7 is freaking tough.
It is.
But we got guys just sitting there, and then also remember it's practice. So you got these practice heroes who, they're running the same play. I'm just gonna stand here because I know the ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Try to. That's how I'm gonna make the team.
If you're cheating the move, yes.
Right.
And the worst thing is the guys that do that.
Yeah.
That shows up on film too.
Yeah.
It's not like you made a great break. It's you were standing there because you knew it was coming. So yeah.
So I'm going now. Yeah, I'll give you like 2 or 3, but yeah, you're throwing 5, 6, 7 picks. Yeah, you're cooked.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Like if you throw one or two, I mean, sure. Right? Because I mean, you either have a guy that's cheating or whatever. Yeah, I know. Just coming in with the slander early.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's when you're throwing a bunch of them. That's where you're like, okay, like you have to be more accurate than that, or at least be putting it on the outside so that it's an incomplete pass. Right? Make the DB earn it.
Agreed.
And when you're throwing some of these that are on the inside, you're just like, come on, guys. Of course, these are getting picked off.
Yeah, especially with the freaking athletes we have today. Everybody feels like everybody's juiced up.
Yeah,
and like now that my kid is playing sports, I'm like paying attention to these other kids. Like I followed high school sports as it was, but now I'm more up close with it because he plays, and like he plays basketball. This kid is 12 years old. He's freaking 6'3", like 200 pounds.
See, that's
size 13 shoe.
That's frustrating. I'm 45. I'm still trying to get there. Like,
right. You just put this guy at middle linebacker at 7-on-7. How are you gonna throw around him?
Yeah,
he's got a freaking 7-foot wingspan already.
Yeah. All of a sudden, every pass is a touch pass because you're just trying to get it up over the top. No, I mean, there's no question that today's athletes are bigger, faster, stronger. I mean, they're in specialized camps that weren't even a thing when we were playing, right? So, or if they, and some of them that were crazy expensive, right? So I didn't go to any of those, but athletes today are probably more specialized too. It's especially when you think of like the quarterback camps and all of that. You're looking at kids that have 10,000 throws by the time they're, in high school.
Yeah.
We were getting our reps playing at the park.
Right. Yep. Street ball. Car. Watch out.
Exactly. Like trash cans out there trying to be defense.
Yeah. Now these kids got virtual throw. It's crazy.
Actually, on that note, I wasn't going to plug this, but it's actually really cool. There's an app called Go Army Edge, right? And it is a football app, which by the name, you wouldn't think that. But you can actually design the plays and virtually run them.
Mm-hmm.
You can also broadcast it on the wall so that your if you have a specific player, they can run their position without having to have like trash cans out or whatever. Super cool. Nice. So the person that turned it on to me was Coach Everett from Miami.
Mm-hmm.
So had him on, I don't know, a couple of years ago, and he ended up doing a long segment about it. And I was like, oh, while I'm on the show, I'm downloading it and I'm looking through. And I'm like, oh, this thing's actually really cool. So if you're a coach out there, check it out because you can also design plays and everything on it. It's very cool.
Nice.
Yeah,
It
go
should be
Army
go.
Edge.
It should be go Air Force Edge, but you know who's.
Well, I mean, they have to design something. Oh,
I mean, we're the better football team. I mean, we dominate the military series. So, just saying.
apparently using other people's tech though. So, what's happening, Brad?
What up?
And yeah, I mean, that's what we're talking about, Brad. We're talking about NFL stuff. We were just chatting about the quarterback situation in Cleveland because we wish they would make it so we don't have to.
That's the thing. Like, people really don't have to. They just, like, for whatever reason, we are attracted to rock star quarterbacks, and I wish we would stop it.
Well,
Like,
we have to because there's just not enough news going around yet.
No, I mean, but specifically us. Like, we had to draft Johnny Manziel. We had to draft Baker Mayfield. We had to draft Shador. Can we have a few seasons without the quarterback who has this cult following that everybody needs to know what they had for breakfast?
You know how you stop that? Stop having the number one pick.
Johnny Manziel was not the number one pick, and neither was Shador.
I know.
just and Baker. How do you? I hate John. I will hate John Dorsey forever for that. You claim to fame is drafting Patrick Mahomes, but none of your intel told you that Josh Allen was better than Baker Mayfield. Way to go, John.
Right. Yeah. Man. The quarterback situation there has just always been a mess, though. So I feel like there's plenty of those guys that probably would have had different careers somewhere else, right? And some of them moved on and did some things. A lot of them, you know, the Browns kind of damaged their careers just overall. But you know why they have that 40 name jersey, right?
Yeah.
As a fan, watching that continue to be a thing, what do you point to? Because I mean, it has to be ownership, right?
In one exact instance, it exactly was, and that's the Johnny Manziel instance.
Yeah.
Remember, we had Brian Hoyer at the time, and at the time, Johnny Manziel got inserted into the starting lineup. Remember, we were in first place in the division.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we putting this rookie quarterback in the game? So that one specifically,
I mean, Miami
directly ownership.
Miami did that, right? You had Fitzpatrick absolutely lighting it up that final year with Miami, and they're like, nah, you know what? We're going to miss the playoffs by starting Tua.
Yeah, but see, and the difference is Brian Hoyer actually had a chance to be the long-term quarterback. Fitzpatrick never did. He was a bridge, and they knew he was going to be gone. That'd be the only difference in that situation.
Sure.
The only thing specific to us is, we got the jersey, but we got. I'll put it in the terms of how many of those quarterbacks were really expected to be the franchise quarterback. Like, we didn't bring Jason Campbell in to be the guy. We didn't bring in certain guys, so I don't even count those guys. So I just look at the guys who
of that jersey of like 40 names. Yeah. Realistically, there's probably about 8 that were designed to be like the guy.
No, probably more. I'd give it like maybe 18 to 20.
You think it was that many?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So when you do that, you take away all the say bridges and roster fills and stuff like. Remember, a couple of years ago, we used 6 quarterbacks in one season.
Oh,
because of injury.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't because of performance, because they all got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So which adds to the jumbo. But as a fan, it's just you want to find a guy, and like you want to, like, the reason we are where we are right now is because the team was trying to get better, and it's like, can you blame them? Like, we had Baker Mayfield. Yes, he got us to a certain point, but the internal questions is we win the Super Bowl? And it's like, everybody will say, "Oh, the Browns, you screwed that up," but look at what's going on in Tampa Bay right now. They're asking themselves the exact same question we had to ask. Can he get us to? So and at the end of this season, they're going to have to make a decision on can they do better. So are they going to become the laughingstock of the league? Probably not. But
I mean,
we'll get that just because it's Cleveland.
And there's a history there, right?
Long. Right.
With Tampa, I think they're not, just because they look like they are ready to rebuild. Right. I think that's why they didn't offer him a long-term deal. So it sounded like 2 years was the max length, right?
Yeah.
With that in mind, they don't, it looks like Vita Vea not going to be there, right? Evans is already gone, and you're starting to turn this roster over. So I think they're looking at this as we're headed to a rebuild. Do we need to sign a $50+ million a year QB for a rebuild? And I get it. Like, I wouldn't either, because what's the point? You're throwing a lot of money at a team that's not going to win. Other teams in your division are getting better. You're aging out or losing players. I get them not necessarily wanting to sign Baker. Do I think he played well enough to get a contract? Sure. Do I think it's in Tampa?
Yeah.
Probably not, honestly. He's probably going somewhere else. Someone's going to pay him. I mean, he's played better than other $55 million a year guys in Love and Lawrence and Tua. And I mean, he's outperformed what they've done. So do I think someone will pay him? Sure. But he's probably going to be moving again.
Yeah, I agree with that. And here's where I think this is just a GM trying to save his butt. Because if you are a good GM, it doesn't happen. Why are you going through a rebuild? You're a few years removed from a Super Bowl title. A good GM like this, and this is how the Patriots stay relevant for 20+ years, right? It's how the Steelers stay relevant for 60 years.
It helped that the Patriots division was awful for 20 years, though.
Yeah, but still, it's like they never went through a rebuild. Regardless of the division, it was like you were never like, oh, the Patriots are going to suck this year. No, Bill Belichick doing what he was doing. It's how the Ravens stay relevant since they've been in Baltimore, right?
I mean, the Niners are a fantastic example of this. Like, they somehow have double-digit winning seasons with everybody hurt.
Exactly. So it's like, this is where I have to put the onus on you as a GM. Like, you have the most important piece. You should be able to build around that. Like, so I'm more looking at you than I'm looking at Baker and why, okay, you let this person go. Why weren't you able to retool? So if I'm ownership, I'm and you got to pick one.
Yeah, I mean,
I may override.
I think some of that also stems from, I always feel bad for Saints fans because I end up bringing them up in this a lot. And it's not to bury them. It's just they did something that just didn't work, right?
Yeah.
Where they gave up a ton of draft picks and buried their cap, and then it didn't do anything. And now they're in that rebuild. So it just looked like a massive failed attempt that really didn't even produce any good playoff runs. Like, they just weren't good. The guys they signed ended up getting hurt, and it never really came together. Whereas on the Rams, they went and bought a ring, right? They went and said, we don't care about any picks. We're going to spend all the money, but we're going to go get a ring. And it worked. So even though the Saints did the exact same thing, it fell apart for them. So sometimes I think it's just that, right? Is Tampa, I think they might have pushed all the chips to the middle to get Brady that ring. And they're finally at a spot where they have all their picks back, and now they're clearing cap space by not signing Vita Vea and Baker. And I think that's why I say I think this is the GM's, okay, now we can kind of reset what we did. We got our ring. let's go ahead and keep going. Because not everybody has the same success that the Rams do, that just somehow, oh, we found this random guy that's going to be awesome in the 5th round. I mean,
Right.
you know, that's just sort of the dumb luck, or you have some amazing scouts or whatever, right?
I was like, is it though? Because
so the team that I will give a ton of, and it makes me sad as a Seahawks fan to say this, but the 49ers, I have a lot of respect for John Lynch as GM. So a couple years ago, I was at the Senior Bowl, right? And he was there every single day of the week of Senior Bowl.
Right.
And then he was leaving that game to go to the Shrine Bowl.
Right.
And do the same thing. So he was there watching every practice, every day, the entire week, just trying to find, you know, guys wherever they were. And when I got to chat with him, I was like, yeah, you know, how much does, you know, games like this move you up and down a draft board?
Right.
And he said for him, it's a ton, because he gets to see you in a new environment, NFL terminology, and, you know, how quick are you picking these things up? How quickly are you in the position you're supposed to be? How well do you gel with a bunch of people that you've never played with? And so he said you move up and down a board a ton. And then when you watch how that team is constructed, they lose every single starter, and somehow everybody behind them, I mean, they always say next man up, but he finds the next man that can be up.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
And so it's always, I'm always impressed with the way he constructs that team, despite the fact that, you know, it's in our division and I wish they would suck more. How's it going, Donna?
Yeah. I mean, I feel your pain. As a Browns fan, I've wished this on the Steelers for years. And I think this year I finally may get my wish, though. But
your division's interesting.
It is. It's very interesting.
Like, that's anybody's division.
Yes.
You guys positioned in it is a little interesting because you can't, you know, decide on a quarterback. The Bengals
competition.
Yes. Well, you know, it goes to that old adage, if you have two, you don't have one. So then there's the Bengals, which I don't believe did enough as far as defense is concerned. Right. Obviously, you know, you go draft a high value target but you didn't really add enough to be great. Will you be better than second to last? Sure. That's not setting the bar very high. You know, the Steelers are really a question mark. Right. And then, you know, the Ravens, they lost a lot of pieces, new coach. Like, I mean, it's, I don't know. It's a very interesting division.
Yes, Brad. Bo agrees that Cleveland sucks. We suck. we suck until proven otherwise. But I mean, at this round, guess what? The Browns and the Eagles will be at the same bar watching the Super Bowl together on Valentine's Day. So it doesn't matter. Like,
yeah. I mean, so I think what's frustrating from the outside about the Browns is the roster says they shouldn't.
Yes.
And that's been true for years, especially like when you think of 3 years ago, your first 8 games, you were on a historic run on defense.
Yes.
And offense just could never get anything together. And then
that was a 6 quarterback season.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, but like it just, for whatever reason, there's always a thing. And so it's man, you guys are on one in the chat today.
Who's your team, Donna? I gotta see.
She's an Eagles fan too.
Oh, they suck. They suck. Come on.
That is hilarious.
Actually, I got no gripe with the Eagles, man.
No, they're a well-constructed team. No question. Yeah. No, their GM has built something there, no question. And the Eagles will, I mean, they'll be in the mix. Like, they're a playoff team for sure. They got
them winning
with
the
Dallas,
division for the third year in a row. Oh, she's a Bears fan.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. That's right. Bears.
I got the Bears finishing second in the division this year.
Yeah. The Bears should be solid. I don't know. The Cowboys could snag that division. Which, again, that feels weird coming out of my mouth, but I mean, they did a lot on defense. Of their 7 draft picks, 5 of them were defense, and then they went and grabbed some free agents too. I mean, they looked at their roster and like, hey, you know what we didn't see on TV was our defense, because it was missing from the screen most of the time. So, yeah, it was encouraging to see them do that. Yeah. Dallas
cow turds.
Oh yeah. I mean, Brad's always Philly or nothing. That's Brad.
Oh, I get it. I love it.
Yeah, I don't think you are, Brad. I don't think you guys are making I don't think you're making the Super Bowl. There's a really good chance it's someone out of the West again.
Or and for that response, tune in to Game Time 216 tomorrow at 2:16 Eastern.
Yes.
as me and Big Mike fill in our playoff brackets for the season.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, we just finished our division previews last week. So but I have the Lions winning the North. I have them having a bit of a comeback season this year.
Yeah.
With the East, I think I had the Eagles winning the division. I got the Cowboys finishing second. With enough wins to compete for a playoff spot. Of course, in the West, I have
Rams.
I have the Rams winning the division, Seahawks finishing second, 49ers finishing third, and the Cardinals. I've renamed them. They're not the Cardinals. They're the unfortunates this season.
Right.
I have them winning 1 game.
Oh, man. You're burying them. Okay. All right.
Yeah, just you look at their schedules, like
it's a tough schedule.
People did not do them any favors in the way they constructed that.
Yeah, I think they have like the 5th hardest schedule or something like that. Like it's and then of course that's just based on how teams ended last year. Obviously those rankings never mean anything, but it gives us something to talk about this time of year.
Exactly. So, my dark horse team is the Falcons. I had the Falcons winning the South.
I had them winning the South too, and I think that one's tough because I picked them to win the South multiple times because on paper they should, and they've just been terrible. So now you have a new coach and you're looking at these things start to align and you're like, okay, I think they're going to do it. And now all their quarterbacks are hurt. I'm like, they can't be hurt before the season. Come on, guys. Like, I know they both get hurt a lot, but I thought they would, you get 8 starts out of each. And then your third, picks up that 17th game. But Eagles going 0-17.
I would say that would be, oh my
God. So I had picked the Cowboys to win that division. And some of that was because I was on an Eagles show and it just felt
just want to stick the needle in. There you go.
Because they're just like, oh yeah, obviously the Eagles are going to do it. And I'm like, well, if you remember, until the last couple of years, it's been a different winner every year for over a decade.
Yeah, 20 years almost.
It's time for someone else to come in and snag that title. Now, do I think the Cowboys do anything in the postseason? No, because there's 30 years of saying they're not going to. But do I think they can win the division? Sure. Yeah. If Dak it has one of his better years, absolutely.
Yeah. And a lot hangs on the health of Jaden Daniels as well. Like he's a wild card in that division. He stays 100%. I do. If he's 100% healthy, I think he's one of those guys. He's one of those guys that can.
He's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't think the rest of the team is good enough to take down Dallas and the Eagles. Honestly, the Giants are going to be a fun watch. They're not going to win a ton, but they're going to be a fun watch.
I go with that. I can go with that. As long as Jackson Dart quits pretending he's a linebacker.
Well, yeah, there's that. I mean, there's also take it easy, Donna. There's also can Scatabo not, kill himself before
trying
the
to be
season
Cirque du Soleil.
Man,
Like, what are you doing, guy?
In fact, we got a good soundbite for that.
He was a goofball.
Here we go.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I do some dumb things here and there, but I learned from it. My coach talked to me, told me how he felt, and I learned from it. And will I go do that backflip again? Probably not. So, I mean, we live and we learn, and, we move on.
I would bet $1 million the first touchdown he scores, he's going to do a backflip.
100%. Because he's going to want to prove that I
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I'm with you.
God.
Yeah, I mean, exactly, Gino. Every division can have a different one. And the thing is as much as you look at last year, because there's so many moving pieces in the NFL, you have 6 or 7 new playoff teams every single year.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of the things I do love about having a hard cap is it creates parity, with the exception of a couple of teams that just get in their own way all the time. Those ones, I don't know what to tell you. But having that hard cap, you always have that turnover. And, I like parity.
Yeah.
Now, it's good to have, the villains. KC was for a minute. Obviously, the Patriots were for a long time. But yeah, I never. That's one of the things that's tough with baseball. A lot of times, is there's really only about 5 teams that can truly compete.
Yeah.
Or this year, there's one team.
It's the Dodgers Open.
Pretty much.
Whoever loses the World Series is the real winner.
Yeah. I mean, unless you get swept, and then you're like,
Yeah, then it goes to the team who lost the National League Championship Series.
Exactly. Right. Yeah, exactly. Learn to open doors instead of running through them. Yeah, I mean, the fact that he's like running through drywall for fun, like man, like what are we doing?
Yeah.
And then of course we did have I don't remember if I ran this clip with you last week. Where we know Ayuk isn't going to Washington now.
He got a house though. Got a house.
He got a house?
Yo, you didn't hear about that?
No.
Yeah, he bought a $10 million house in Virginia. Like, what are you doing, guy?
You don't have a paycheck? You're dropping 10 mil on a house? All right. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Well, he should
evaluating guys to maybe bring in for workouts, whatever. What role, if any, does kind of a player's social media have in that evaluation process?
That's a good roundabout question.
What a badass you are. Straight badass right there.
But no, we look at everything, JP. I mean, it's a great question, but we do look at everything, and we want to make sure it's the right player to be in our locker room, in our bloodstream, and in our culture, and
So nope. And then of course they signed Diggs, right? So I mean, you're not doing that anyway. But man, imagine him and Diggs on that team. A lot of talent, but the head case would not be worth it.
Jane Daniels' mom would immediately come out and demand a trade.
Right.
Get my son out of here.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, that's wild. Yeah, I hadn't heard that he bought a house there. That makes absolutely no sense to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got to ask. I know we're past WNBA, but
Uh,
what do you think about the Carrington flagrant and subsequent drama
so
thereafter?
so that was hilarious because she straight mugged her.
Yes.
like, like, I don't know how you could be mad at getting tossed from that. That's a flagrant 2 all day. Like,
Yeah.
if the arm was straight coming in, fair enough. If it's
Right,
looking like
if
it's
she-
swiping
yeah.
at the ball, you curl your arm around her
Yes.
head. That's a flagrant 2 all day.
Yeah. Yeah. She
So-
hit her with the rock. That was the people's clothesline.
Yeah. So no, it was funny. And then, her tweet afterwards, you're just like, I mean, like
Come on.
you could throw that on a lot of them, but that one wasn't it. Like,
Exactly.
like if you wanted to try and push that narrative, there's other times. That one, like, you just straight
Yeah. Like,
took her
come
to
on.
the ground.
I wish they would just bring, and the WNBA would be a great place to implement it first in terms of basketball. Just bring back the hockey rule, man. Hey, y'all got 30 seconds to work it out, and whoever gets dropped goes. You're out of the game.
Man. See, the trouble with that is you'd have Griner stepping up to everybody. Like, I think she'd just be trying to box.
I mean, she might be too inebriated to fight.
Well, there is that.
Hey, shout out to Lioness. Yeah, for all my people who watch the show Lioness, there was a Brittany Griner reference in that show.
Oh,
I don't know
yeah?
if you watched it. Yeah.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, shout out to them for being
All right.
pop culture conscious.
I feel like it was dragging about a month ago. We're just a couple days away from everybody kicking off. So I feel like we're finally there, Scott. Finally there. It's about time.
Yeah. And there's too much drama with my team to feel like we're dragging it. Every day there's something.
Yeah, I mean, and it's been real quiet out of Seattle. We got we're talking about guys that are a little bit banged up. Eamon Worry with his ankle. And then you got Jadarian Price, just some muscle soreness. It's not a big deal. People super overreacting. So, and you'll get some smooth jazz here in about 7 minutes. 7 minutes, you got some smooth jazz headed your way. I do like the fact that as soon as Rodgers was like, yeah, I'm going to play, nobody cares anymore. We're just like, okay, and that's done. Let's keep it pushing.
Yeah.
So,
but Jadarian Price, he's we did awards prediction yesterday. He's my pick for offensive rookie of the year.
Okay. All right. I mean, he's going to get his shot, right? Because obviously you got Charbonnet injured, and it's not like Helani's going to take a lot of his reps. So, and that's not a dig on Helani. It's just, when you watch what Price was able to do, you would hope he's going to be that guy. Obviously, from my end, the caution is he wasn't able to win the starting job on his own college team.
But he's playing with an extraordinary player.
No, exactly. He was a generational guy. He still had great numbers despite it.
Yeah.
He was in a tandem back situation. He's coming into one when Charbonnet gets, healthy.
Mm-hmm.
But he's going to have to prove he can be the guy. And that's one of the things I was looking for in this, camp and preseason and whatever. So the fact that he's banged up, and again, it's just muscle soreness. They're letting him rest. It's not like it's a big deal.
Yeah.
But I wanted to see something out of this because he's going from a situation where he wasn't the primary back to he's got to go be the guy against one of the toughest schedules. So, like, he's going to get tested constantly. Our offensive line is significantly better than it's been over, the last few years. So it's yeah, you're right. He's got some time, and that's why I say Price is going to get his shot. Like he can absolutely solidify that as a single back situation, because you also have to look at Charbonnet is entering a contract year. Right at the end of this, I want to say that they got to figure out his contract this next offseason. So if Price can come in and be that dude, then they're going to let Charbonnet walk too, and they're going to draft somebody in the second and third round next year, just like they did with Walker and Charbonnet. So Price has a very big opportunity for really the first 6 weeks of the season to prove that he can be the guy. And I wanted to see some of that during camp, but he's not getting a lot of action in camp. So outside of that, there's really no noise when it comes to Seattle, which is really surprising considering they're on Hard Knocks. And there's it's weird seeing teams that aren't dysfunctional on Hard Knocks, because you're used to it being like a dumpster fire team. You know what I mean? You're used to there just being like dumb drama.
Yeah. It's crazy.
And yeah, he likes the two-back system. And really Schneider is who likes the two-back system. A lot of that is because we can't keep them healthy. And, until 2 years ago, we finally had a starting running back make it through the season. Otherwise, prior to that, the last time we had a starting running back make it through the season was 2014. So we're not good at it. So tandem backs matter here in Seattle.
Should have been an off-season Mike Vrabel Hard Knocks. There actually is one. It's just on a different website.
You're right.
You have to be 18 plus to enter.
Brought to you by can't sponsor this show because we got a Christian jazz station. And you can bet on whether or not we stay on the air by using the QR code right here. Up to 125% of your first 3 deposits, 10% bet guarantee, in case you think we will. Man. Yeah. No, it's I do like a quiet off season though, so I'm encouraged by that. This
division just won the Super Bowl, so I mean, it's not.
That doesn't always matter. I mean, think of since Brad's been in here, think of Eagles. When they won with Foles, there was a ton of noise that offseason.
Oh yeah, but Philly loves drama.
The win column didn't. Now that's always the thing, is when you have a noisy offseason, it always affects the minus 225. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I figured it was a plus for sure. Yeah, minus 225. I'm not even taking that bet. If it was like a plus 300, I might throw some pizza money at it. That being said, we do got to get out of here. Bobby, appreciate you as always. And of course, if you are watching out there in the world, be sure to like and subscribe. It does help us get our content further out there. And of course, if you are listening on 97.3 ICU radio, we do have some of that smooth jazz we were talking about headed your way coming up next. Take it easy, everybody.
Peace.